Alright guys, it's Nathan here again with Total Environmental Cooling and Heating. One of the things that come up, well, first off, you can see the shirt here. I'm headed to a Kung Fu class. If there's any of y'all that are into martial arts in the Fort Worth, Tarrant County area, there is a very special resource for Kung Fu, particularly the variety of Northern Mantis boxing or Wing Chun, and they are over here at Authentic Kung Fu, and that's not an exaggeration. It's authentic Kung Fu. It's not a variation, it's not a modification. It doesn't resource from Kung Fu and developed into boxing or something. It's Kung Fu, like really the real deal. Anyway, headed there. Guys, an awesome resource over Authentic Kung Fu in Fort Worth off of Ray Street. So been going there just a little over a year now. Love the place, great environment, exceptional instructor. The seafood there is just amazing. All the senior students are just amazing. Great culture, great group, lots of other stuff. He does, they do some meditation workshops there. They do spoken Chinese classes there. So just throwing that out there for you. Real excited about Iron Fist. The Iron Fist show is on Netflix. I haven't watched any of it, but I'm excited about that. I know it's going to be, there's a bunch of people out there going to watch it, and it's going to be a great show. And if you get inspired to do a little Kung Fu, then head on over to Authentic Kung Fu on Ray Street, the Fort Worth area. All right, now the real reason for this particular video. Purchasing an air conditioning unit, you have basically 4 choices. You can purchase it with cash money, baby, green dollar bills, my favorite. You could purchase it using a credit card of your choosing. You could purchase it using some type of finance company, FTL Finance, Microfinance, GE Finance, Wells Fargo Finance. There's a bunch of different financing programs. Because an air conditioner is a home appliance, and because in the state of Texas, once it's affixed to the house, meaning the installation is complete, it's considered partially structural. Not like a refrigerator or a TV or a washing machine. You can't come and just repo it. You know, it's affixed to the home. It's considered structural to the house. I may have that phrasing wrong, but basically, it's the same as a front door. If you went and financed the front door, you couldn't come and repo your front door because that would leave your house susceptible or incomplete as a home. Same thing with air conditioning. Once it's installed, it can't be repoed. I mean, it can be. Let me rephrase that. There are finance contracts that I've seen that are written in such a fashion you could repo the air conditioning system. I thought that was pretty wild, but it is completely possible. So going back to cash or check, more and more places don't accept checks, but you could use a check or a money order, same thing basically. Cash, check, money order, one of those. Credit card. And then there's financing, and then there's a variation of financing. I read an article on this and I thought it was really interesting, and I got into it and I really liked it, and I'm going to go over standard financing versus the leasing program. Now, I say leasing and you think return. Most people think about a car, when you're done with it, you got to return it. So that's why we went ahead and talked about once it's installed, it's affixed to the house. There's nothing to repo, there's nothing to return. It's your air conditioner. And so I can't even really understand, I don't know the legalities of the term lease, but they use the word term lease for some reason, I guess maybe mostly to differentiate. So on a standard finance, you go in there and you get a great APR, 6%. Let's just say that's what you got. So you got let's say you bought all bells and whistles. All the ductwork, top of the line equipment, zoned out, Wi-Fi communicating thermostat, I mean, you just got every single possible thing you could imagine to add on. Whole home dehumidification, ERV, UV lights, HEPA filter. Just, I mean, you got everything. And you got the biggest house that you could possibly have as well. So you got the biggest unit, one of them, and you spend $25,000. Yes, you can get financing for up to $35,000. That's pretty easily and readily available. You can do that, and you make your minimum payment. And if any of you that are credit savvy out there know that about 21 years later, you'll be finished paying on that. What's the average lifespan for air conditioning in Texas? Somewhere between 8 and 12 years is the average lifespan. Now, so we say 10. 10 is average. The reason that average comes out to be about 10, most new homes are built with builder standard, which is kind of the whatever they could get the cheapest. So it doesn't have pressure switches, doesn't have temperature sensors, doesn't have a lot of the things set up to make the unit more durable. It's just kind of bare bones air conditioning. So those units are always obviously going to die a little ahead of the rest. The more money you kind of sink into the air conditioning system itself, the longer you get in that life. So here's the drawback though. Let's just say that you got a $6,000 air conditioner, you know, pretty decent unit, middle of the road, right? And you took the best APR you could get, which 6%. Just pretend it's 6%. It's probably not quite right, but say it's 6%. And your payments are $100. You know, when I figured it up, it's like 19 to 21 years at $100 or whatever the minimum payment is to pay that off. Well, guess what? Before you pay that air conditioner off, you need a new air conditioner. You need a new air conditioner before you pay it off. So this leasing program, they break this leasing program down. The APR is a little bit higher, and the payments are usually about 30% higher than whatever your minimum payment with standard finance would be. Somewhere around it. The number, you know, I'm just kind of playing with the numbers. It's off the top of my head. The best thing about it is they don't let you go more than 6 or 7 years. Most people take 3 years, so I can't remember off the top of my head. They don't let you go more than 6 or 7 years. And it's exact payments, so you know exactly when you'll be done paying on this air conditioning system. So check this out. Another statistic is the average time that the people stay in their first home is about 4 years before they move on to the next house. And that's in America. About 4 years. I'm not exactly sure if that's 100% accurate as a number, but because that seems just like a really short amount of time. But because of that, we usually recommend, hey, take a 3-year lease on the equipment. Then, for whatever reason, most of the leasing programs I've seen, the APR seems to be the best at right around 36 months. So with 36 months, your payment's a little higher, but you're done paying for it. You're not paying on that air conditioning system while you need a new air conditioning system. I used to work for a company that we did standard financing all the time. Did really great. A lot of people took financing. This is way back in 2004, 2005. And it worked great. And then I started to realize, like, wait a minute, what do you mean we put this air conditioner in for you 11 years ago? And what do you mean you are still paying on that air conditioner? Yeah. So these people were still paying on an air conditioner, and they honestly needed a new air conditioner. Major failure, you know, compressor shorted to ground or something like that. I was just kind of blown away by the idea that was even possible. So the leasing program, I think the reason they call it a lease is because you have to own the home in order to get the air conditioning system financed through the leasing program. And I believe that's because if for some reason you defaulted, that they take basically a lien against the property until you've paid it off. So I think that's what it is. Not a big deal, you know. For the most part, I haven't had any of my customers go, "Oh, I can't believe that's what it is." But I really like the idea that I can offer a program to a customer, and they're going to know when they're done paying it off. The finance company we use that has this leasing option, they don't have any penalties for early payoff. So It's been really nice. I had a couple of customers that just took 6 or 7 weeks to transfer money from a retirement account or a savings account of some sort. If it took 6 or 7 weeks for that money to move from one account to the other, so they make that first month's payment and then they make the second month's payment plus pay off the principal. So they wind up only paying financing on 2 months, which is awesome. So there's no penalty for the early payoff on the one that we use. Now, I don't know if that's the same way on all leasing programs, but it is the same. It is the way that FTL Financial works. And I like that. I like being able to offer somebody an exact time that they'll be done paying on this air conditioner. So that being said, again, you know, if you pay it in cash, you're done, instantly done. You know, check, cash, you know, however you want to do it. You can get some credit card APRs, you know, like 0% for 6 months or 18 months or whatever it is. That's an unbeatable option, especially if in reality, you know, you could pay it off in 12 months, then that's awesome. You know, you can pay that principal down and pay it all off. Take that credit card option. That's a great option. But if you're not being offered that credit card option, and you need to make a purchase on an air conditioning system like such, then that leasing program I really think is better than standard financing. That's just my opinion on it. I really like the idea, and this is just me. I like the idea of knowing when I'm done paying on something. I mean, your car, you take a 5-year note on your car, or a 4-year note, or whatever, the 3-year note, whatever it is on your car, you know you're going to be done paying on your car. Shouldn't it be the same way on your air conditioning system? Because just like your car, you know, 6 years, depending on how many miles you put on that vehicle, at the end of 6 years, you might be ready for another vehicle. You might not be. But at least you know, like, how long, like, you know, I've got to take care of this car really, really well for at least 6 years, because that's how long I'm paying on it. Same thing with your air conditioner. You know, if you know that somewhere between year 10 and 12, you're probably going to have to upgrade that unit again, don't you want to know that you had it paid off somewhere between 3 and 7 years? I mean, it really, to me, it just really seems like, not karma, but, and not irony, just kind of, I don't even know what the word for it is, but it just seems like it sucks real bad to, you know, get your payment, you know, your bill for the air conditioner that you're talking to somebody about upgrading or replacing because it had a major failure. So that's the options you have. You have, you know, obviously cash or check. Your credit card, if you got a credit line on a credit card, MasterCard, Visa, or Discover, with a great APR or, you know, some type of introductory rate, that's really a great option. If not, if you're going to use financing of some sort that we find in our industry, like this general standardized financing, you know, I'm going to make a big push, and I'm going to recommend you go leasing over the revolving account, just so you know when you're done paying on your equipment. All right, that's it, guys. I try to do these things, like, you know, while I'm driving. I don't spend much time looking at the camera. Of course, I'm at a red light now, so I can look directly at the camera. That's it. You know, I'm Nathan with Total Environmental Cooling and Heating. We're out of Saginaw, Texas. Just trying to keep people informed. Trying to be that accurate, reliable company that provides you with your comfort. Phone number is 817-694-0919. Give us a call. Talk to us about air conditioning. Maybe somebody up in, you know, I don't know, Tennessee is thinking about air conditioning, ran across this video, and he's got some questions. Give us a call. I'm always trying to help. You know, probably too much most of the time. That's what I've been told. But I'm always trying to help. I'm always trying to get people pointed in the right direction, you know, making the right choices, and get them what they need. Not everybody needs a brand new air conditioner. Some people just need the right air conditioning company. All right, again, website's Total EHVAC. The phone number is 817-694-0919. We have an app on the Google Play Store and the Apple App Store. So look us up, download the app, send us some information, ask us some questions. Remember to find us on Facebook by searching for Total Environmental Cooling and Heating. We go live there. We post good information there. Yeah, All right, y'all have a good one.